Senator Inhofe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and nice to see you again and to be working with you. Just an observation. This morning I was on the Axiom program talking about the effect of the thing. It was actually, this is, I think, right now the Infrastructure Week, and they're kind of celebrating that. And I see a relationship here because I was commenting there that when you look, you look and you see the regulations. We've been talking about that for quite a while now, and the imposition that is on not just small businesses but large businesses too. And I think that right now, in fact, I have one. I keep score on these. And one reason I do it is because the first CRA that was successfully done was my bill, and so we had a signing ceremony with the president. But when we go through these things, we realize the prosperity that we're in the middle of right now is really due, in my opinion, to some things that you're involved in. Number one, over the regulations that we're trying to relax, and the other, the tax ramifications. Now, there is a direct relationship, and I think most people have not realized this. When we talk about, I know that Senator Markey and I talk quite often about how we're going to do with our highway bill and our infrastructure efforts that we've worked so closely on in the past, that we're going to be in a position to get some of these things done and done successfully. But at the same time we're doing this, we're also freeing up a bunch of money that can be used for infrastructure. You know, the whole idea of reducing the tax rates was not a Republican idea. It was a Democrat idea. It was 1964, and it was John Kennedy, when he was president, he said, and this was a quote, he said, in order to keep up the Great Society programs that we've started, we need more tax revenue, and the best way to increase tax revenue is to reduce the marginal rates. Well, that worked. As a matter of fact, it went up from the total amount of revenue coming in of $900 billion at that time up to $1.8 trillion. It doubled the amount. Same thing happened when President Reagan came along, and that the total amount of money that came in at that time to run this government was $469 billion, and that translated at the end of that period of time almost doubling that amount. So all that is happening right now, and I see a lot of prosperity that's coming, which I really am excited about. So as you go around, and you do, I've been following your tracks. You're spending a lot of time, not Oklahoma, but all the other.
I've been to Oklahoma.
Oh, you didn't call me.
I believe I did.
But I know that you've been around. And what kind of experiences have you had, anecdotally, on experiences that they've had as a result of the regulations being relaxed in terms of their prosperity, as you visit the small businesses?
As I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I've not heard from small businesses about a single particular regulation that's been rolled back. But it's been in terms of, in general, the regulatory environment being lifted so that they don't have to focus so much, they being business owners, on compliance issues relative to regulations. And they have more money in their pockets to invest in their businesses, and they have more time to focus on their businesses. Yeah, so it's the compliance cost, not only in dollars, but compliance cost in terms of time. And they're very happy that the regulations, are being rolled back.
Okay, there is one area that I have not heard you talk about. As you know, in Oklahoma, we've had a lot of wildfires. So we've had 2 sessions right now that I get in my airplane and go over and you see the cows being burned alive. It's really a tragic thing. And we try to do everything we can to help the people. Right now, FEMA, for example, they don't go beyond the help on a residence. So you have all the damage that's being done that's not being addressed. We have legislation that are going to allow our community banks to be free from some of their regulations to allow them to do things that are not being done now. But the SBA is involved in a program that I don't think we've fully utilized. What types of loan programs do you have in cases of disasters, such as the tornadoes and the wildfires that we have so many of in Oklahoma.
Once the disaster declaration has been made by SBA at the governor's request, and then we make the declaration, SBA goes in, to evaluate, the situation, and it is the time that SBA actually loans the money, not only for businesses but also for homes. So there are mortgage loans to be made. There are business loans to be made. These are low interest rates and long term. And we pride ourselves on being able to process these loans, very quickly so that we can start to get money in the hands of those homeowners and those business owners. So if the declaration has been made for that area, those loans, are available.
Yeah, and that is filling a void that's there right now, so we have appreciated that very much. Thank you.
Thank you.